Black and messy. Y'all so
when I told you that Floyd Mayweather almost 2 to 3 years ago was going broke.
Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Money's just flowing. Even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made more money than any boxer ever. There's all these lawsuits. He hasn't been paying things. He owes money on this and owes money on that. And then he's got to come out of retirement.
It's just everything is no longer paid for. They're exposing him if you don't know. Mayweather took out millions of dollars in mortgages on his homes last year. Business Insider review shows he also faced a string of lawsuits and liens that say he owes money for a Mercedes Maybach G-Wagon.
black and messy. Y'all so black and messy. Now let's talk about it. Y'all so black and messy.
I think this is all worth. This video of Mayweather is completely insane, and it's not because of all the watches. What's crazy is that all of these watches are iced out with ridiculous aftermarket diamonds that completely kill the value of the watches.
Black and messy, black and messy. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Black and Messy podcast, where we talk about a whole bunch of messy things that black peoples do, because y'all know we messy. Now, this is extremely messy. How the biggest stunner, Floyd Mayweather, in my lifetime of living, I never saw nobody stunt like this man, is going broke, they say, bankrupt. He coming out of retirement, finna be 50 years old, and got a extremely great record of undefeated, and he taking 3 more fights to put that record on the line. Why would somebody do that with all that money? Guess what? They say he going broke. Everything is going up for repo. They taking the Bugattis, they taking all this stuff. This man done bought so much jewelry and all this other stuff he was spending with his money. And what blacks don't do, we spend our money so much that we not realizing we putting out way more than we getting in. And then you look in your bank account and be like, I'm broke. Wait, check that card again. I'm broke. Wait, no, swipe that card again. And you will have the line held up for 2 days. Keep on swiping the card that you know broke because you've been spending ridiculous amount of money and not counting it. And that's what a lot of black stars do. They spend so much money and don't even count it. You know, it's like a kid in a candy store. You give them $2 and say, get what you want. They go fill up a whole shopping cart and take it up there, and all the candy go be like $1,000, and they only got $2 because they don't manage. You only could get a bag of chips and juice with that. Us blacks is very bad with trying to have the latest things, trying to have the high price, fanciest things. We think the things we got make us instead of our character, our heart, our values, our hard work supposed to make us. But we've been tricked by the music industry and these black stars making everybody think they need $200 nails, $300 wigs, $500 Prada shoes, $600 Yeezys. We've been tricked. We one of the only race that care so much about fashion and bling bling that we gonna go broke with $1 million. You broke in 2, 3 days. Look how Bro Rilla got that money, and instantly you just see her shop, 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 shop. I ain't saw her cutting a bow off a new house, a business, nothing. Now look at this video from Vlad. What he say? A source, this jewelry man that was giving everybody jewelry, and he one of the highest dudes, and he know what he talking about. He said Floyd Mayweather, I guess, in debt with him, and he like Floyd Mayweather broke. He spent so much and don't even look in his bank to see what he got. He just think he got endless forever money. No matter how many millions you got, while you spending it, if you ain't making millions, it's going down and it's going down. Listen to what Vlad said about Floyd Mayweather.
Like, oh, this is like one of the OG jeweler guys. This is like who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really. Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true. Right. This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy. Yes.
Now you see that Vlad know what he talking about, and he said this was some real famous dude that was back selling everybody jewelry, and I guess he knew Mayweather was broke and in debt because Mayweather putting all these different diamonds and everything in these watches and all this other stuff, and they take the value of this stuff. That's like if you buy a car and you paint it 3 different colors, they take the value from that car. So it's gonna be hard for somebody to sell that car or buy it if you choose to sell it. See, the thing about this, I've been seeing this with us brothers and sisters way back since I was a kid. People got first of the month checks, begging the whole month. But soon as that one day they get paid, they the richest, most balling, stuntingest person on the block for 2 days. They want a high price pair of shoes. They want 3, 4 packs of Newports. They want to eating restaurant food all day. They just balling for 2 days, and then 28 days they right back begging everybody. But for them 2 days, you can't tell them nothing. I done saw people living on people's couch, ain't got nothing of their own, and any little money they get, they on Facebook balling, shot calling, flashing money. A lot of brothers don't even log in unless they come up on some money, and it's pathetic. A lot of brothers, you barely even know they still got a page because they only go log in when they got some money because we feel like the money is us. I learned from it was a wealthy Caucasian I used to work for. And I used to tell him, like, man, how you get so wealthy like this, man? You said that you was homeless. You went through a lot of stuff. What changed your life around? He said, well, one thing that you need to learn is that you can't think about your money. If you think about your money, you're going to always spend it. He said, what you got to do is when you make money, put a nice amount up. Only use what you need, not what you want. You got to throw away everything that you want. You got to stop thinking in the mind of, I want this, I want that, and just start thinking about what I need. If I don't need nothing, then why I got to spend something? What the shoes I got on today makes a difference from me buying a new pair of $300 mics. I'm still the same person walking. And he was like, you got to put that money away and never think about it ever again. No matter if you go broke with the little money you got to spend, no matter what it is, never think about it. Don't think about your money. Act like it disappeared. And when you look up and you keep doing that and keep doing that, and your mindset not thinking about money and the money that you got, when you look up, man, you go have 30, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. Then it's gonna go up and up and up. You just keep that same mindset. And he was like, so the only way I got like this is that I moved and I act like I was broke. Practice saying this. I'm broke. I ain't got nothing. Why you making money? He said, practice saying this. Say it with me. I'm like, okay, I'm broke. I ain't got nothing. Can't do it. Don't need that. Why you making money? Practice that daily. So it could be natural when you say, oh, I ain't got that. You see something in the store, nice shoes, this and that. Oh, I got shoes. I don't need that. When somebody trying to get you out of, I'm broke. I ain't got it. Well, you making money? No, I'm broke. Say that to yourself. When you got food in the refrigerator you could eat, but you want to buy an Italian beef or some stuff like that. When you got food, you could easily cook and save that money. I don't need that. I ain't even got money for that. I'm broke. I practice that to where it's embedded in me, to where it's like, I ain't got nothing, man. I'm broke. And if you practice that and keep going up and up and up, you won't think of your money. But you got these stars that come from poverty, being poor, broke, ketchup sandwiches, Glorilla. Look at her. She wasn't famous more than 2 days, and she already had 10 pound mics, all type of new teeth, chain. I mean, she wasn't famous more than 24 hours, and she instantly running by the newest mics, the newest this and that. She showed you. Michael Jackson showed everybody. This dude, what blacks do with money, man. The dude had zoo, all type of stuff, man. Crazy. Monkeys, zebras, lambs. Mike was building a Noah Ark and called it the Never Never Land. I'm joking, but man, it's sad how we can't manage money, man, and that's why we losing. We don't know how to actually save money. And you got the richest stars that you always seeing, they eventually go broke. And then what they all do? They all say, "Oh, it's the industry. I signed a 360 deal. I signed my soul with the devil. Oh, they racist. They this and that, that and this and it's like, wait, so it's everybody else's fault. Didn't you have like 100 million? So you blew through that, and it's everybody else's fault because you smoked up, partied up, bought up, $100 million worth of money. Now it's the label fault. They ripped you off. But you was able to spend $100 million. And it's everybody else's fault that you broke. But it wasn't their fault when you was on them boats, popping them bottles of Chris, buying Bugattis and Lamborghinis that you actually written and stunting, buying every single chain and all your fans and family and guys chains. But you ain't bought one restaurant, one apartment building, one mechanic shop. You ain't bought nothing that's gonna keep regenerating money. You ain't buy a chain. Can't buy a chain that goes up and up. You want to buy a chain and put all type of diamonds and different colors in it and just take the value from it. Now it's priceless. I found that out. When you buy them watches and put all that down, all them guys with them watches they got crushed diamonds and the watch is more shinier and everything than the original watch. They take the value from it because it's not an original. So that makes it like a copy. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't as much as it is. Like people think it is. Because you can't mess with nothing and it's going to be the same price. The price go down once you start adding to original things. But a lot of blacks spend more money than they bring in, and they count their money before they even get it. Oh, when I get paid, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that. You know we do it. We all done it. I done it. Thank God I grew out of that mindset of I'm gonna buy this when I get paid. I'm gonna buy that when I get paid. Oh, look at them shoes. Yeah, I'll be back when I get my check. Soon as we get our check, it's already gone. And we ain't even add nothing up. So then it's like, oh man, I gotta pay that bill. Oh man, I shouldn't have bought this and that. That's all I think about. Bills and the things I gotta do. I can't lie, I haven't bought me a pair of shoes in like a year and something. For myself. I haven't. No clothes or nothing. I don't need it. Why? I don't need it. As I'm getting older and I'm watching stars like Floyd Mayweather that had all the money in the world, that ain't no way he else supposed to fight or have to work or do nothing ever again. Filing bankrupt, cribs getting cars getting repoed, cribs going up for auctioning. Not Floyd Mayweather. Gotta be the dumbest, richest man ever walked the earth. Not Floyd, money making Floyd. Your Bugatti is getting repoed and stuff. Not Floyd. Finna come out of retirement at almost 50 years old and about to mess up your extremely great record? You gotta be kidding me. Floyd, if don't nobody show you that, then a lot of these artists and stars, when you see them, they just manage money so foolishly, so stupidly, to where it's like, man, you faking like you got all this money, but then when you get locked up, you can't even bond out. You lying. When you see all these artists, they signing these bull deals, 400,000, $500,000 deal. That anybody probably will take that if you coming from the hood and poor. But then you gotta be like J. Cole, still riding the bike. Like Jay-Z said, the ones that's gonna make it is the ones that's not shining in the clubs, throwing all their money, all these fancy jewelry and cars. The ones that you see low key is the ones you go make it. And look who making it. Kendrick Lamar, all these other dudes, because you don't see them shining and flossing and making it rain and just throwing away money like money grow on trees. We saw Floyd Mayweather do that though. And look what happens. He showed everybody, no matter how much money you make, if you spending money, the money is going down. And you can never forget that. Ain't no way Floyd Mayweather going broke. You extremely black and messy.
Black and messy. Y'all so black and messy. Now let's talk about it. Y'all so black and messy.